Hi, it is What If Senpai here. We are doing what is called it now? The Silent Genius. This is not Silent Prodigy, this is Silent Genius. This was a fanfic that I read before, but I didn't like the thing, so I'm gonna make this a new one. I'm using a name, but I can't remember the creator. This might get copyrighted. I'm sorry. This is Silent Genius, my own thing. And if you want to read the worded version of it or the scripted version, you can go on nowhere because I'm not publishing not publishing. I'm not putting out the script that I wrote that took me like a few days to do. So yeah, we're gonna start, but this is a more cut down version for like some of the lesser people. No, I'm just kidding. For the people that really don't want to hear me explain everything, but there might be a video where I explain in the detail. But hey, would I do that? Would I really do that? So we're gonna start with this what if. Well, after Naruto got Sasuke back, this time he did beat up Sasuke, and he was ridiculed because he beat Sasuke to enter his life and brought him back hurt. So he was ridiculed and accused of a lot of things. So he decided, you know what, fuck all that shit, and he left. So yeah, but this would come back to bite the leaf. But we go to Naruto. Naruto is just wandering the world at this point, and he goes upon the hidden waterfall, or Kekegera, or Gere, whatever the Japanese word for waterfall. I can't remember. The hidden waterfall. Let's just say that. And he finds food being beaten, and Naruto completely mollyrocks whoever was trying that shit. So we skip forward to the leaf. Because Naruto is gone and he's left, and the cloud and the earth and the rock and everyone have heard about this, a leaf is getting mollyrocked right now because they have no Jinchuriki, and two villagers are destroying them at the same time. So the leaf is in shambles at this point. It's almost gone. But after a few years, Naruto comes back, but not by himself. He comes back with a location. Naruto walks into the leaf, and he's really dumbstruck with what he's seeing. And he's seeing bear carnage. Think about how the hidden wave was. The hidden wave. Yeah, that's how Leaf was, but on a way larger scale. Everybody stays there because people will not accept them in anywhere. People like Guy and Kakashi, they would get accepted anywhere, but they stay because they're loyal to the Leaf. Naruto enters and he sees something that he never thought he would see in years, but he's seeing it now. So Naruto goes to the Hokage's office, that's also in shambles, and he sees Tsunade. And Tsunade is depressed, like depressed. Jiraiya is not here anymore because Naruto left, but he has two girls with him, Fu and Hinata. Now you're wondering how and why Hinata is with Naruto, because you didn't explain Hinata left. Hinata did not leave the same time that Naruto did. She left a couple days after because at the time she was on a mission. And when she came back, her Naruto left. She left also. She had to take a while, but she found Naruto. I'm not gonna go on all into that because it doesn't really make sense. This is, by the way, this will be a harem, not necessarily a two-part pairing. This will be a harem. This will be a harem. Because age is not a matter in this one. Skip age out of the box. So yeah. So Naruto has defeated the Akatsuki, so he's worry-free right now. And he's taking a little stuff. He's taking Naruto's eyes, taking his body, He's taken. He took not taken. He took. What would you need? Took some of Itachi's DNA, and the Uchiha never got massacred, but they left the leaf. They left the leaf this time, and if you remember her, I can't remember her name. Hold up. Her. I mean, yeah, she's alive. She didn't leave the leaf, but she hates Hitachi now because he betrayed the leaf. He did not. He left first. Then when he saw the leaf was in shambles, he completely deserted it. So she doesn't like Itachi anymore. So Naruto is in the Hokage and she sees Tsunade, and her head is on the desk and she's kind of crying. And Naruto grabs her hand and puts her chin up. No. Okay, that age is too far. So don't think I'm adding her in here. But he grabs her chin and raises it up and says, "Hi, Granny Tsunade." And Granny Tsunade, Tsunade is ecstatic because Naruto's here. And her Jinchuriki's back. And, her grandson. Well, not her grandson, but she thinks it's her grandson. You understand what I'm trying to tell you. So, Naruto comes back, and he sees how the leaf is, and he's going in. He's going in now. He goes to his old Uzumaki compound, which was unharmed because one reason was, who his name is, Minato wasn't stupid. So he was like, fam, I'm gonna put a seal on this place so it wouldn't get destroyed or raided or anything. So that was the only place that did not get destroyed. So Naruto sets up camp. He goes in there, shows Fu and Hinata to their rooms, and he goes and crams his head. He goes deep dove shadow clone in cells manipulation. And he gathers all the white Zetsus that he's had for the past year, and he's learning the reanimation jutsu because he asked Tsunade for it. He's learning the reanimation jutsu, and he asked Tsunade for all the Hashirama cells that she had, which was about 1 million, because they had a lot of Hashirama cells. And he asked for all the Naruto cells he asked for Hashirama cells, Madara cells, which they had a lot of, and what his name is now. And tubes. So he asked for a lot of Orochimaru stuff and all the Sharingans they had, and which was surprisingly a lot since they got raided. So Naruto is now cramming his head. He made an underground, and he's setting up tubes with white Zetsus in them, and he's merging the DNA. He has one side for Senju, one side for Uchiha, one side for Dato's clan, and stuff like that. And he did want to go into one of these tubes, and he went into the Senju thing, and he did wood style. So he went out and did a lot of wood style, and he used the heavenly divine vines and attached all the broken rocks and stuff like that. And he did shadow clones to help the people, and he did the deep forest emergence to grow plants and stuff and get back the trees and all that. He then did 15 giant Buddha walls, and then use a lightning style magnet attraction jutsu, and he stamped his hand on the wood, and the wood spouted out lightning, and it grabbed onto rocks, and he put it there, and then he did fire style. He made shadow clones, and all the shadow clones went around. He said fire style, majestic melting jutsu, and all the rocks that had gaps and spaces in between them, they all cleared up, so it looks like a whole damn wall. So the leaf is back to its former glory. Well, not. It's about to be better. So Naruto heads to the Uzumaki, the Uzumaki, where the Uzumakis used to live. And he grabs all the skulls and the stuff that he found, and the money and resources that he found prior, and all the scrolls that he had. Yeah, all the scrolls that they had, and he brought them with him. And he gathered his father's cells, his mother's cells, because he did find out about this. And the Ninetales, he's friends with the Ninetales. I'm not gonna go on all the explanation why he is, but he's friends with the Ninetales. So then he grabs the Sirigon clan. He grabs one of those, and he takes their DNA, and we kind of killed them, but it doesn't really matter since. I know you're asking, where he's gonna get the people to do this on? No, Naruto has gained a lot of respect in the Hidden Wave Village. Not the Hidden Waves. He got a respect in the Wave Village, and he kind of forgot about it for a point in time, and it got destroyed too. So Naruto went over there, and when people saw him, they ran over to him, because Naruto the first person to ever save them. And he came there to get people, but it worked out in his favor. Sorry, but that's Dr. Caillou. If you don't know him, I don't know what you're doing. But Dr. Caillou, go and check his channel, because he's goated, and you probably already seen his channel anyways. It doesn't really matter. So Naruto, being the guy he is, he goes and he gathers everyone there, and let's say there's a million people, and 10 million people, and he splits them up into even groups, and he puts all of them in tubes. He infuses his Kurama chakra and Edo Tenseis of past Uzumakis. So he used the Zetsu bodies to enhance their blood. And you got Senju's, Uchihas, Sirigons people, and Datara's clan. But in this time, Datara's clan only used to use taijutsu. So Guy and Lee takes care of them, and their taijutsu stopped. So Uzumaki's come into the Uzumaki clan, and they get shifted up, do whatever they're doing. So now, all of them have Madara cells, and so there's Uchihas and there's Uzumakis that can use chakra chains. But this time, Naruto didn't also use chakra chains. He kind of did something. Oh, and I'll explain to you. There's a third girl now. Yes, third girl. And he put the Rinnegan into everyone's, DNA of the Rinnegan into everyone's tubes. So all Uzumakis have Rinnegan, and they can turn them off and on. But they can only use the Rinnegan for one time a day before they run out of chakra. Not run out of chakra, but their eyes starts to bleed, and they can use 3 abilities per day. And their masters that can use it. So when everybody wakes up, they get told to their prospective clans to go to, and they change and everything. But the 3 interactions that happen is 3 people. Naruto revived his mother, his father, and Nara. So Rin is Naruto's age at this time, because let's say he speeded up her aging, so he's at his age. So Kakashi can't date her because he's at her age, and Kakashi's about 30 something at this point. So yeah. So Rin thanks Naruto for bringing him back to life, and Rin still has a little bit of the Three Tails chakra. Naruto told her about this, and he told her that she should train on it. And she goes over to train, and Naruto reunites with his mother and father. His mother and father ask him how, because no one really asked. Some people that got revives didn't really ask how they're alive. Rin didn't, because she doesn't really care. She's alive now, but she doesn't love Kakashi or anything anymore, because let's say she was watching out from the heavens, and let's say Kakashi picked favorites like more than usual, and she saw that. She was kind of disgusted, so she doesn't like Kakashi. She'll come back around to liking him, but she will never like him like that anymore. And if you really want to know how she looks, how Rin looks, here you go. She's busty as hell. Let's go. So yeah. So Rin is so Naruto explains how he did this and why he did this. And they ask him, but the leaf looks fine. Naruto said, the leaf looks fine now, but before I came here, everything was in shambles. Everything was gone. And Naruto state that he's in line to be the next Hokage after Tsunade's finish up doing whatever she's doing. And yeah. So all the villagers love Naruto because he brought back them to their original state, and he did go for Haku and Zabuza bodies, and he brought them back too. Haku's a girl in this one. I forgot to state that, so you know what I'm doing too. So yeah. So Haku thanks Naruto and kind of kisses him on the cheek, anyways, and she thanks him from bringing her back to life and everything. So the reason why the cells bonded with them is because of Kurama's chakra. Because if you remember, Kurama's chakra can basically heal anything. So if the cells couldn't reject them, so Kurama could really force the cells to combine with his, so the person wouldn't die. Because it was stated that the artists could do this at any time. So they become Senju and Uchiha. So, and Naruto did infuse Itachi's blood with all of them. And the Uchiha created their own clan, their own place. And they think they're the strongest village now, because they have a lot of members. They started breed stalking and just like straight on going on a murder happy reproduction cycle. And they have 1,000 people, 1,000 and hundreds and thousands of people with Sharingan. So yeah, and everybody's trained to use their Sharingan. But back in the Leaf, so everybody is trained to use their Rinnegan and their Shin powers. So Yamato is teaching everybody wood style, and so the Senju and the Uchiha, yeah, they go back to their clans where they used to be, and they settle in. So yeah, I'm gonna say the Namikaze had swift release in this one. So Naruto goes to his father's old clan's burial, because I think Minato's clan was wiped out because there was never another person that had the Namikaze name. So yeah, so everybody got revived from Minato's clan. Well, they didn't get revived because their soul is embeddedly departed from their bodies, because they died a long time ago before anybody of them died. So he had to make whole new people. So he merged their cells and he made people. Yes, it makes seem that Naruto is being like a god, but he's not a god, and he knows this perfectly. he had the idea of making people, but he actually has to teach them. So he goes and he teaches them everything. So Naruto has been elected this. So Minato took Tsunade's spot because Naruto's a little too young. So he's back as a Hokage. And he teaches the Namikaze, all the Namikazes, like the flying Raijin, and they teaches them like everything. So, cause they're whole new people, they don't know anything. So yeah. So all the Uchiha clan has a Matarasu, and Naruto put all of them in a Genjutsu. Well, he got his Rinnegan already. So yeah. So he got his Rinnegan, and he put all of them in a Genjutsu. So he can use his Rinnegan for 2 days, and then his Rinnegan would stop working. Perfect. I can watch it tomorrow. I can watch it today. So sorry. Go and watch Golden Uzuku. What if Naruto was banished part 2? I love it. So so yes. So Naruto goes out there and he beat. Sorry. What am I talking about? So the leaf. So Naruto did something to the leaf. He did the deep forest emergence and put like tons and tons of trees around the leaf, because during what he was doing all of this, because he knew that they might attack when they heard they're getting back to strength. So a lot of shinobi come in and everybody's being trained to their fullest. So Naruto did put all the Uchiha in a Genjutsu and instantly activated all their tree tomoes, because he did it for a whole day. And when they came out, they had the tree tomoe, all the Uchiha that he made, which was about a good, no, I'm gonna say there was 3,000. So there was a good thousand there. So all of them had 3 tomoe, even the kids. So yeah. So the Senjus were teached how to use the wood release. So yeah. And Kushina teached all those Uzumaki how to use chakra trains, and needed to teach them how to use swift release. Yeah. And stuff like that. Naruto then decided he was gonna be GOAT, and he started a ninja war again. And this time, the Uchiha came in thinking they're the best village, and everybody accepted because they thought, oh, Leaf is weak now. Naruto took down, so everybody's like halfway across from the Leaf, like a billion meters, but you can see it. So when they went where the Leaf is, they just saw a bunch of trees. But then Naruto took down the trees, and they saw the big ass wall that was there. And they summoned some birds to go and look at it. And they saw the Leaf fully rebuilt, even better, bigger, and stuff like that. And they were like, what? And they dashed. They dashed off because they don't know what's going to happen to them. But Minato, Naruto, and a bunch of people just mollywopped all of them. And only about 3 of them were able to live. And the reason why 3 were able to live, because Naruto wanted all 3 of them. He did. So one was from the Uchiha, the other was from the mist, no, the rock, and the other was from the cloud. Everybody took, let's say Darui was in this, and Naruto didn't kill Darui. He took a lot of his blood though. He took a whole blood worth for arm, and he made more of Darui's DNA by adding Hashirama cells to it, just to enhance it. And he made a bunch of Daru's cells, and he got more white Zetsus, and he injected them, so he made a whole new clan. So he made Black Lightning, or the Storm Clan. I'm gonna call them the Storm Clan, because Storm release, he's gonna call them the Storm Clan. And let's say Naruto knew Daru's techniques, and he wrote them down in the hand signs that he used, and all of that. So Daru's the one that was alive, and he went back, and they told all the villagers. Naruto took the Uchiha and extracted all their blood, because they're not necessary. So he took all the blood, and let's say Karasuchi was there, and Karasuchi had a feelings for Naruto, and Naruto could sense this because let's say they met a time before, but Naruto never really sensed it. But since he was in KCM, he sensed her emotions and he just took her with it. But he told her that he's gonna kind of need her DNA, so she gladly surprised, and not they get Lava Star Buddy, and he enhanced her DNA. So his clan, the clan that she's gonna lead, has all Lava style Keke Genkai. So yeah, everybody when they got back and heard what they did to them, and only about 4 people went at that time, so it was like Kakashi and stuff. And Naruto got Kakashi's blood and fused it with Uchiha, half of Uchiha that he got, and he added it in White Zetsu because let's say the Hatake clan gets all 5 chakra natures, so he enhanced with Fadot. So he gave them all the Sharingan, and he made a new Hatake clan, and he built a new compound for the Hatake clan, and Kakashi is the head of the Hatake clan. So yeah, Leaf is getting up. So then Leaf getting all these KK Genkai now. So Naruto did take Haku's blood, and he did get the Ice KK Genkai from her. But then he asked Zabuza for his sword, and he cut it in half. And then he broke all the swords into little pieces, and then drenched them in blood that just normal blood of animals, like lizards and stuff. And all of them grew into like short katanas because they were small pieces, and they grew into katanas. And then Naruto put a Reaper Death seal, and he started pulling on the Shinigami, and Shinigami was impressed, so he gave him the liberty of placing pieces of his souls in these swords. And there's about 1 million swords in this, so he stacks up the Uzumaki weaponry with Uzumaki swords, and he gets Samehada, and he takes off the scales from it, and he heals back Samehada. No, he takes all the scales off of Samehada, and he heals it back and takes it off again, and he merges it with the sword. So the sword can steal souls, regenerate, and take chakra from people. And he made 1,000,000 of these. So these swords are a family trait. So the head of the family, so like you're the father, you would get a sword, and when you die, you would pass it down. So yeah. And for normal people, they would just get a chakra absorbing sword that can re-heal. So yeah. So they start a ninja war, and eventually Konoha wins, completely destroying. Because remember, Naruto has the Nine Tails and they're good friends, and he has Wood Style and a Rinnegan. So he destroys Kokogakure or Konogakure. He took Gaara's blood. Sorry, let's flashback. So he took Gaara's blood, asking for Gaara's blood, and Gaara gladly gave it to him. And Naruto made people with magnet style, yes. So some people can put magnet styles on weapons and stuff like that, and they can also control sand and stuff. Yeah. So there's a good clan, and so Tamari has feelings for Naruto. So let's list off the girls that Naruto has. This is just a sidetrack story. We'll go on into the war. As you know, Hinata. Hinata is the first one. The second one is Ayami, the good one. The older one this time because she's older. Rin. Conan. And Tamari. Shit, I didn't pause it. Damn it. But, and Tamari, so yeah. So if you want to know, this is how Naruto looks, because they're modern now. So all the clans are made, and Naruto has gotten married to all these people, and I'll explain their backstory. So Hinata and Fu, you already know that. Kurisuchi, let's start with her. No, I know. Ayami. I think that's what her name was. Ayami. So when Itachi left and Naruto came back, well, so when Itachi came back, no. So when Naruto came back, he saw Ayami crying, because this is around the time where Itachi left, stuff like that. So Naruto comforted her, and push come to shove, they kissed. This is gonna be like one of the most stories that I'm gonna put up. So Kurisuchi, now Naruto saved Kurisuchi. So yeah, that made her fall in love with him. Conan, well, she's a different story. With Karin's in this too, but I'm not doing it right now because I'm doing something. Karin is with Naruto too. So Karin, so what his name is Conan. When Naruto died fighting Naruto, but before Naruto entrusted Naruto with his eyes. He didn't rip them out. He entrusted him with his eyes to make world peace by doing any means necessary. This is why Naruto is doing this, because Pain told him to do this any means necessary. First, the original canon Naruto wouldn't do this, but he saw the leaf in such a state that he had to do this. So Naruto does. So Conan then eventually got to new Naruto and stuff, and they fell in love, and Naruto ended up kissing her. So Naruto did take Conan's blood and make her a clan head too. So all of his girls are clan heads. So yeah. And war stories. Wait, I didn't list everybody, did I? Tamari is because he saved Gaara from the hell that he went through. So that was kind of obvious. Karin. In this canon, Naruto saves Karin from the bear, and he saves Karin from Ultramartyr. So yeah. So he also did it to I think that's it. And Rin, he comforted Rin when she found out that Obito started all of this just because of her, and she felt like it was her fault. If she had never jumped into the Chidori, none of this would ever happen. Which is kind of true, but yeah. So she's feeling bad. Ignore that. Ignore all of that you saw just now. Ignore it. So it's Naruto. So they got together. Because Haku. Well, we already know that because Haku is, well, they already had a relationship in the canon, so I'm just gonna base off of that. So I think that's it. And no, I did said Phil. I think that's it. So let's go to the war. So the Leaf completely mollywops everyone. And when I say everyone, I mean everyone. They mollywop the cloud, the stone, the mist, the grass, the Uchiha, the village hidden in the Uchiha village. Mollywops them. And they used the old Uzumaki place as a medical bay, so Rin and them was stuck. But the battle that waged on the longest was Naruto's and Sasuke's. Now Sasuke was a brat. He was always like this, so Naruto didn't mollywop him, but he took his time to do it. Sasuke didn't even get to land a blow. And this time, Sakura left with Sasuke. And, and during the battle, Naruto had to stop because he realized that Sakura was pregnant but was ready to give up her baby for Sasuke, which completely annoyed Naruto because she's risking everything being here for Sasuke, which made no sense to him. She has a child and she's doing this shit. So Naruto completely stopped and he backhand Sasuke and ran up right to Sakura and looked her dead in the eyes and told her, "Why the hell are you here? You have a baby. Go wherever you were in the first place." And she says, "No, in LA." And says, "You're just a monster. Shut up." Naruto, he tries to punch Naruto. Naruto dodges her, grabs her wrist and breaks it. Because it won't hurt the baby if he breaks every place around her, not the baby though. Because Naruto really cares about this baby for some reason. Just saying, Naruto's gonna adopt this baby. This is not Sada or anything. This is a baby, so she's gonna have pink hair. Well, he's gonna have pink hair. So Naruto completely mollywops Sakura, but making sure he doesn't hit her. And she goes into labor. So Naruto is panicking here because first, Sakura he just mollywops Sakura and she's going to labor now. And Naruto picks his shadow clone and he starts healing her. And he went back where he fight with Sasuke. And Naruto beats the hell out of Sasuke. And Naruto clone bursts Mizuto Uchiha. But that's what Naruto's gonna name him because Sakura told Naruto that she doesn't want this baby because it caused Sasuke's loss. And Naruto told her they didn't cause her Sasuke's loss. Sasuke was destined to lose this battle from the time he decided he was gonna step up to me. Naruto takes the baby and he dips. Not before completely mollywopping. Completely mollywopping Sasuke. And he goes home and natures the baby. At this time, all of his wives are pregnant. All of his wives, well, girlfriends at this point, are pregnant. And Konoha is once the strongest nation. But there's no peace. There's no era of peace. Boruto will be a lot exciting in this one. And if you really want me to do a chapter 2 or new chapter, please comment down below in the comments. But this is when I'm going to leave this off. Because this was like a video just so I could play around. Mostly because that's my personality. I did tell you this was gonna be a triple upload today but it's only 2 episodes I'm doing now, and in the night I'm gonna do another episode because I want to watch What If Naruto Got Betrayed Part 2 by Golden Izuku. So by Golden Izuku. So see ya. Have a good day. Bye, my friend.